Hello, my name is Khalil Akul. I'm a technology engineering student, and in this presentation, I'm going to talk about security of wireless ad hoc network. So I'm going to discuss how to provide secure, continuous, and efficient connectivity for a wireless ad hoc network environment. The definition of wireless ad hoc network, the purpose of this network is similar to any other network like WAN or LAN. It's used to exchange information, but with different approach, where there's no fixed infrastructure and there's no centralized authority for this network. The nodes play the main role of this network, where they play the act as a router, where they forward information to another nodes. What's the feature of this network? It's a free terminal where the node is a host and plays a role as a host and a router. In the other network, the node is only a host, a receiver, or sender, but here it also can forward information. It's a distributed operation. It's multi-hop routing. Multi-hop routing packet should be delivered via one or more nodes. We are gonna talk about it in details later on, where nodes are classified or divided into zones, and these zones called cluster. We're gonna talk about it later. It's a dynamic network topology where the node is dynamically established, and they can form their own network depending on the location of each node and the time. It's a lightweight terminal where it doesn't require a big memory or a powerful CPU capacity, because it's the nodes are or the nodes are the similar to the phones or laptops, where it doesn't need a powerful power or powerful memory. Wireless ad hoc network may need to crisscross multiple links to reach a destination. Here in this image, we can see how the nodes are divided and how they can communicate with each other by choosing the nearest or the best route to reach the destination. Also, the mobility causes the route change, where if the device is moving from place to place, there's a way how to change the route according to that. Overview: security is an essential requirement of the wireless ad hoc network because of the sensitive information and the communication. Compared to wired network, it's more threatened, and attacker will try to attack this network. And in this final paper, I'm gonna outline the ad hoc definition, discuss security aspects, mention security attacks types, and suggest possible solution methods and protocols. Where this ad hoc network can use, it can use in personal area networks such as cell phones, laptops, WAN, LAN, military environment, and emergency operations. And this is the purpose of this network, where there is no infrastructure, there's no fixed infrastructure, and in case of any disaster, or if there's a war or something, and the servers or physical routers are damaged, this network is very helpful and useful. And also in the civilian environment, such as university, hotels, hospitals, meeting conference rooms. Why ad hoc network? It's easy to deployment, speed of deployment, and decreased dependence of infrastructure, since there's no physical building for the network, so it's easy and very fast to use. Challenges: we have authentication challenge, where any device can be connected to this network, since there is sensitive information or security is needed. And also, it's real-time service, where it's supposed to be no delay or no disconnection for the devices. This is an image of a wireless ad hoc network, where we can see different devices are connected to the same network from different zones or different clusters. As any other network, there is the security requirement, and here we can see the 5 major security goals, which are common between all network: confidentiality, availability, authentication, integrity, and detection and isolation. Authentication: a node must know the identity of the peer node it's communicating with. confidentially ensure certain information is never disclosed to unauthorized entities such as personal information, location, credit card. Integrity messages being transmitted is never corrupted. Non-repudiation, availability is supposed to be available all the time and there is no delay, detection and isolation. Required that can identify the misbehavior node and isolate it. The general objective of the attacker will go. Purpose is to control over the communication between some nodes, degrade the quality of the service, or increase the resource consumption of some nodes, such overheading a node or send a lot of information for one node to make it disconnected. We have two types of attack. We have external and internal attack. External attack, which aim to cause congestion, propagation, fake routing. Internal attack, which is the attacker wants to gain normal access to the network and access the network with a new node or try to conduct malicious behavior from inside the node. And the security also classified in two major categories: passive or passive attack or active attack. Reactive and proactive approach, we call them reactive and proactive. Reactive approach seeks to detect security threat and react accordingly. Proactive attacker attempts to prevent an attacker from launching attacks through various techniques. We have, what are the types of attack? We have routing attack, modify or delete a node routing table, denial of service attack, flooding network traffic to make it unavailable, eavesdropping attack, aim to obtain some confidential information, wormhole attack, record and redirect the packet, spoofing attack happened when attacker at one node pretend to be somebody else. The mechanisms that the attacker use, they can intercept, replay, modify, delete, or drop a package, or even record the package for future purpose. They can fabricate the control packet containing fake routing information, or do fake identity. They can drop the packet and rushing the network. We have two security. We are going to talk about two security solution, which is intrusion detection technique and security routing technique. The intrusion detection, cluster-based intrusion detection technique for ad hoc network, and misbehavior detection through cross-layer analysis. The security routing defend method against wormhole or against rushing attack. Watchdog is secure. Also, they can localize self-healing and community. What's the IDS? The intrusion detection system detect and report the malicious activity of the ad hoc network, and this happened by recording the behavior of the network and comparing it and analyzing and comparing it with the history recorded from before that we observed from before, and here we can figure out if there's any malicious behavior or any not normal behavior, and we consider this node as a critical node, which also the critical node whose failure or malicious behavior disconnected or significantly degrade the performance of the attack. And what we can do with this node, we can isolate it. If there's any misbehavior activity, we can drop and isolate this node. And also we have the packet traffic. It's classified into two parts: regulator packet and data packet. The attack, usually data packet, whatever reason, it shouldn't be changed at all. The attacker tried to modify the regulator packet and change the routing information. Security routing, we have proactive routing protocol. Each node keep updating their routing table by protocol messages. Reactive routing protocol, routes are created only when they are required, and the hybrid protocol, which is between these two protocols, proactive and reactive, and it's used to specify specific condition. We have another type of protocol, ad hoc demand distance vector. It's a quick adaptation to a dynamic link situation, low processing and memory overhead, low network utilization, and determine unicast route to destination within the ad hoc network. And this is used to choose the best route the network can be used. We have destination sequence distance, solve the routing loop problem by using sequence number, And we have the dynamic source routing, lets the network to be entirely self-organized and self-configured. Here's a summary what we talked about. We talked about different attack in details and the classification of the type of attacks and layer of protocols. Also, we discussed some security techniques and research issue, and also several secured ad hoc routing protocol have been proposed, and the weakness and the strengths of this network. The references are available in my research paper. Thank you.